Hello everyone, this is Maria Loves Art. Today we will be looking at the miniature chocolatier kit. It will be in the Valentine's theme. There is so much that I have done, so I'm going to have to do it in different videos. So in this kit, the bags are labeled with letters. As we look through the bag, we can see that the little items are not numbered or labeled. You will see that each little item is separate. It's like a puzzle. I'm trying to fill the pieces because I want to know what is wood and what's plastic, because I sure do love painting. It's just easier to paint with the wood piece that you see right here because I can sand it and then paint it and seal it. So this little piece does not have any residue coming off of it, so that's pretty good. So I have read that some of the kits didn't have pieces to them that they were missing, but my kit did have all the pieces that I knew that needed to be there. I also added a lot of items myself. So here's the little bag. Inside it will be for the chocolates and for a light and also the pots and some flowers. So here we have the good old battery box. Don't let this piece scare you. It kept me from working on the project. I did dread this piece and I left it to the end. So it looks like this bag has the green for the tulip stems and for the grass also. I do see some lace that will go on the little cart and above the window areas. As I'm looking again closer to this bag, I do see two light fixtures. One that's going to go on the pole near the fence, and then one that's going to go in the kitchen area. This kit does come with 3 batteries. That little piece you see that is yellow, it actually is white tape. That is the back side of it. So this piece right here that I have my thumb on, it has 2 pieces that need to be peeled off. That will go on top of the house. This piece right here is the base and it is very sturdy. This kit is pretty neat because it has scissors, tweezers, a ruler, an X-Acto knife. This kit was under $20. That's a pretty good deal. It also comes with a couple of glues. So the white glue is for the wooden pieces and the clear glues are for the metal pieces and the plastic pieces. You can also use your own if you do have some. So here we have the instruction manual. So here's the material list. Each bag does have a letter on it and a number. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so it has for wiring and all the little information here. It's a little overwhelming at first, but you just have to do each piece at a time. I'm so glad it has pictures. That's gonna be a big helper right there. I like to do things by seeing pictures. Even with all the pictures, it can be confusing. You'll just have to try it yourself. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is, it's bent and everything, so it looks like I'm gonna have to cut this out here. Hopefully it'll still look nice once it's finished. As you can see. Template paper. Okay, that's going to be interesting. This is going to be a lot of work. Believe me, it will be a lot of work unless you really want to do this. And so everything will need to be cut out and folded. Okay, whenever I start, I'll let you know. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be working on first. Okay, let's see which one we're going to start on first. I decided to use my own scissors. Now I am working on page 3. It is called Chocolate A. I just decided that it was just really easy just to cut and assemble, so that's why I just picked this one. So here is our chocolate bar. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the area out that I need. It just seems to be easier to move the paper around and cut the little pieces out. So these little paper pieces have little dots, and that is where I'm going to be folding. It's actually hard to see it on the red one. It's time to start assembling these. We gotta bend the paper back where the white part meets the red part. You see this little line right here? That's where we have to bend it. I am scoring the paper right here. I just want it to look really nice and finished. Make sure you cut it at the very corner on both sides where the white part is. This will help it be easier to fold. Try to hold the bottom of the box while you're adding glue to the white tabs, and then you fold it. It can be a little tricky. This is the part where the glue gets all over my fingers. You can use a napkin or a paper towel. This actually came out pretty nice. I'm happy with it. So now I will show you how I applied the glue. This will go for all the little pieces that I just did. You may have to hold it down for a little bit. It takes a lot of patience, so be ready. These chocolate bars did come out pretty cute. So what I like to do is to put the little pieces in this case or a container, anything that'll keep it from falling and getting misplaced. So I like to keep these little labels that come with the little pieces, so that way I can know where it goes. I just wanted to make sure that I knew where everything went if I took a break or decided to work on it on another day. Let's go ahead and put this together. How cute are these miniature chocolate bars? This piece is a box. It is under chocolate lollipop on page 6. This is the bottom half of the box I was working on. You see how these little holes look? They kind of look irregular and cut. I don't want to do that. I want something different. Probably will not matter, but to me it feels like it will matter because I know what it looks like. This little tool did not come with the kit. It is very sharp, so you have to be careful. You also have to make sure that the hole is big enough. This is what I'm looking for, but it's still not big enough, so I'm going to have to work on it more. It's getting there. It just needs a little bit more work done. So I just need to put in the sides, put some glue on, and then just hold it for a little bit. I just like to hold it just for a tiny bit to make sure that it just doesn't open up again. So I went ahead and made the little holes a little bit bigger. You can see that they look pretty good. So these are the tools that actually came with the kit. So I might use them. I do have my own tools, but it might be something to use and try. So this is the top part that goes with the piece I just finished. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. The challenging part on all this is just trying to fold the little bitty items. It's kind of tricky trying to hold it and fold it because it's so small. And it's hard to see the dots also with this pattern here. Okay, so now that I have the little flaps in, I'm going to go ahead and glue it. So I'm going to go ahead and fit the one with the little holes in the one I just did. This is where the little candies will go. It's going to be like this, but now I have to glue it. So here's the pack. It came in this and it says G. So this is G01. And there are also some other, like this says G01 and then this one. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I have enough for every single little item, and this one also. Okay, so this popsicle stick is in here. So I'm gonna have to go back. So I'm gonna have to cut it down and make sure I have enough to fit in each little of these holes here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this back and put it in a tray. This is for painting, but I'm gonna use it to hold the beads so I can get them out easier. So with this, it needs to be 3 different sizes. So the first row is shorter, and then the next one and the third one is the longer lollipops. It shows you the sizes here. So I am going to mark it and then I will be cutting it out. So I am using some wire cutters for this little wire here. I am still making the popsicle sticks that need to be different sizes, so I have to measure and then cut it. I am wearing some glasses right now to protect my eyes. So after cutting all these down, I realized that these are not going to fit all the way through. It's just barely at the top with the browns and the reds, and I don't like that this orange is going through, so with the glue it would be secured. So I'm going to see if I have any beads in these colors, that way I can make sure it fits correctly. I went to go buy some beads with the holes a little bit bigger. This is how I want it to look for myself. I just think it seems more secure. This is the gift box right here on page number 4. Go ahead and cut it out, and then you will be folding it and gluing it. I just love the way this looks. It's so pretty. Go ahead and add the glue now. So there are 4 little gift boxes that are going to be glued on top of the other. You just cut them, fold them, and glue them the same way. I went to go buy this. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the boxes and some other items. So I already added some of this decorative Valentine tape to these boxes. I'm gluing them together, and then I will be adding a bow. So I just made a little miniature bow and I'm going to place it on top. I'm using a little clear nail polish so that way the ribbon does not fray. So I had some light pink tissue paper, so I cut it in little strips and then added it to 2 of the boxes. These are the chocolate boxes we worked on. So here we are doing the chocolate lollipops. We're actually adding them to the little box now. What I do is I go back and forth because each time I have to let the items dry and then I can work on something else. I went ahead and started using these little pliers here. They're better than tweezers because with the tweezers, they were slipping with the glass and it was so hard to hold them. Beads were just flying everywhere. So on this thing right here, it's kind of rough, and so that helps hold the glass better. I don't know if you can see it. So here we have on the first row, they're melt chocolate, and the middle are strawberry, and the very back are extra dark chocolate. They're not black, it looks dark, but they're actually brown. Here we have our circular gift box on page number 4. So when you're going in a circular motion, you have to bend the paper just a little bit and hold it each time because it starts to pull away, and it'll take a little time, but just be patient. You do the same thing for the top and the bottom. Let's add some glue and then put them together. These boxes have pretty much the same steps, but I really like the way they turn out when I add different things to them just to decorate them more. I just love the way these look. I actually ended up cutting just a little bit more off. I want it to look tiny. This is the box on page 7 under chocolate tray. I'm just loving watching this whole video right now. I just wish I could work on something miniature, but I have to finish editing this video. This is just too cute. This is under chocolate bee, page 3. So what I did to help myself was I put some little checks on the items I did complete and a little X where the item I needed to complete. Okay, so this one was so much fun because if you squeeze the little corners, it makes the paper pop up. It's almost like it has air in it, so that was a lot of fun for me. So I did make 2. Here they are. So this one is called Chocolate Cake, and it is on page number 5. I feel like eating something chocolatey looking at all this. I know that the little strawberry looks a little crooked, but I always try to fix everything that I see on the video or when I'm doing it right after. These are under chocolate biscuit on page 5. These look good enough to eat. These are chocolate biscuit bunnies. This is a heart-shaped box under heart chocolate on page 7. So the whole tissue paper thing is not part of the kit. I'm just adding it so it can look even cuter for myself. This is under Chocolatier, page number 7. So there's 3 of them in the kit. I just did them the same way. Chocolate ice cream, page number 8. This looks so delicious. It just reminds me of a brownie, a chocolate brownie. I went ahead and just used a real small little strawberry in the kit. Chocolate tray number 7. This looks really cute. I mean, when you see it in the bag, it doesn't look so great, but when you put it all together, it just looks so wonderful. This is under Little Flag on page number 6. This little book here is on page number 8, and it's a little tricky, but once you get started, it's so easy. The little instruction book does have a little diagram and a picture of how to do it, but once you do it yourself, that's when you really figure it out. I would just love to read this book. So this sign here is on page 9, and it does go on the wall, but you can put it wherever you want. So this floor sign is on page 9, and at the end I did add a little miniature gold ribbon to it. It's on the left side. As soon as you come into the chocolate shop, you will see it. It'll be on one of the final videos. These little gift bags are on page 8 underneath the title that says bag. These were very cute to make. I really enjoyed making the little creases in them and adding some tissue paper. I also added something at the very end. You'll see it once the video is complete. That is one of the other videos. I remember using this little tissue paper technique in elementary school, and I still use it till this day. This is under the title Shade on page number 10. It will go on the front window right above it. It feels so good to just mark that check on there. This is under roof sign on page number 10. It is the Chocolatier sign, and it will go on the very top of the building in the front. So there's a little wooden piece that goes in the back of the sign, and it gives it support. I really love this because then it stays nice and it looks great. It's just very sturdy. And I did actually paint the back of this sign at the end because it just bugged me that it would be showing, or I would know that it was not painted, so I had to paint it. This is the little trim piece that goes on top to finish it off. There are 3 of these signs that need to be cut out and folded. These are under wall deco on page number 9. This is the rug that goes in the very front entrance. I did not see it in the instruction manual, but all you have to do is cut it out. I did end up doing something to it on one of the other videos you will see. This is under chocolate box on page number 6. So all you have to do is cut it out, assemble it like a regular box, but I did add a little red trim to it, and I think it looks really cute. So this is the display cabinet on page number 5. I'm just cutting out a few things and then I will come back to it. So this handmade chocolate sign, I did not see it inside this instruction manual, but you just cut it out and then it goes above the cabinet. So the paper I'm cutting out is for the counter on page number 7. I'm also going to be gluing some of the wood together, and I'm going to let it dry for a little while. So let's go ahead and work on the sunshade. It is on page number 7 and number 8. I'm going to go ahead and fold the paper over and then just cut a tiny bit of it on the top. So I'm using this little piece as a template, and I'm going to trace around it and cut it out. This is going to be my tabletop pattern. I could have just left it brown, but I really want it to be a little decorative. I did make a hole at the center. So the wire that they gave us is pretty easy to bend. It gets kind of tricky, but they did give us a pattern. And so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to lay the wire on it and kind of follow the lines and curves. To tell you, it wasn't that easy, but it got done. I made a little template here and just added it for the seat cushion. There's probably another way to do it, but this is just the way I did it. And then I put the fabric over that and glued it to the wood. This part will drive you crazy, but just hang in there. I'm going to go ahead and let it dry. So here is what the chocolatier did end up looking like. I just wanted to show you a picture just in case I didn't have time to make another video for Valentine's Day. Thanks so much for watching. Have a happy Valentine's Day. I hope you learned something. Be safe and I'll see you soon.